This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Ha! 1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna I just wanna rock. Body yada yada. Shorty got that body yada yada. No time, set up. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my size. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up to 5. That's my high. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up to 5. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to one of the most storied postseason venues in the league. Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again. Coming up, divisional round Saturday, we've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fernandez. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
On first down, it's Fernandez. Taken down at the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
To throw now, here's Sanders. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and
1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Come on. Hey.
On 3rd down, here's Grigsby. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go. Here's Sanders. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the jump.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And now an audible here into something else. They'll run on first down. Fernandez. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Sanders. He finds his man complete. That's Fernandez. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On first and 10, it's Bigsby. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing, Sanders. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
19 Tigers, 19 Tigers.
Sanders to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Ready! Ready!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
To throw is Sanders. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Cougar 19, 70 Timberwolves. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Here's Sanders. And that will be incomplete.
So how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Cook. And it's taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop it right at the line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns. A gain of 12.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leads him to the 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Throwing, Cook. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 32 yards. And the Browns are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Come on, come on.
They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Up the middle they go. It's Fernandez. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught by Hunter. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Bronco 80. Check smash, check smash.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 1st down, Fernandez. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Right there, hurt.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fernandez. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
Steelers 10.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That's good for the Browns. First down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Browns.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, a solid stiff arm. It's an open field. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Bashal Tootin, 59 yards. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Steelers 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line in the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Now Sanders. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Steelers' 30.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 18 left, 19 Lions. Panther 11.
Back to throw. Cook. That's complete. He's got 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half.
Steelers 10.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my bet. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sanchez. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Cook now from the gun on 3rd down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the 2nd half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
On 3rd down, it's Sanchez. And good work there in open space. So he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 22.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Looking to throw. Cook. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Now they'll shift things around. On first down, he'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here we go. Start. Bronco.
Now Sanders operating from the gun. And this is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Shador. Now he's going to step up and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Offense is moving them a little bit, out back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back on 80. Ready. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Throwing again, it's Sanders. He finds his man, complete. That's Fernandez. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
70 Timberwolves. Trap 60. Trap 60. Let's go now. Dragon 60. Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Now the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Okay, ready?
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Warriors 70. 60 Maverick. 60.
They'll look to throw. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Sanchez. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down. Cook. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Steelers
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man, it's Hunter. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 31-yard.
Back to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Ready, set.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down.
Here we go. Go.
From the gun, Bigsby. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here it is, 4th and inches.
19,
An audible here to get a new look.
Go check. Come on. Mustang 19. 70 Lions. Ready, right?
Here we go on 4th down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back to throw. Sanders. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And it looks like the defense has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The middle. It's Sanchez. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, Everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Browns send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
This is first and 10.
Get it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
60 boxes, 60.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Second and 4. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
They'll take over first and 10 at
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for